Hello, welcome to Be My Valentine. Good morning. It's 11:02 a.m. here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I just finished a payback speech for middle school. So I still have my background with the roses that I talked to you about yesterday. What color of roses to choose for us? Because we are silly and we want to know why you choose the color, right? So let's move on to the next topic. So what if goes wrong? What if the day goes wrong and something happened that is unexpected? There will be a way to fix it, right? So dates can go wrong for any reason. So what if it goes wrong and you are afraid of that, and that's why you don't want to date, or you don't want to put yourself in a position where maybe something goes wrong, right? It can go wrong for many reasons, and that's okay. We make mistakes, we have expectations, and we expect people to behave in a certain behavior that we think is appropriate. That happens many times when you are dating someone that has a lower level of education, right? Or they have never been into a fine dining restaurant, or they don't know how to behave in a place where you take them. It can be a game, it can be a social event, it can be bowling, it can be any event, that they're not familiar with. They probably don't know how to grab the ball and throw it at the line, right? Or they probably don't know how to dance. They probably don't know how to talk. They don't know how to order. They don't know how to look at the menu. They don't know how to talk to the server, right? So are you someone that gets mad easily? Because if that is the case, then probably anything that they do that you don't appreciate makes you mad. I used to have a boyfriend that wouldn't like when people burp, right? And that was annoying for him. It will make him disgust. And so when I will bring my son, he will be like taking a drink and he will be burping. So he didn't like that. He'll get mad. And I remember I told him one time, those are like reactions of the body that sometimes you cannot avoid. And he says, yes, you can. You kind of keep quiet. It's not nice that you burp. Okay. Well, those are situations that will bother him, from anyone. So what happened when people did it, then already like family members will say, well, I'm sorry, uncle, I know you didn't like that. And he'll say, it's okay, but what bothers you that people might do that is going to make you moody, is going to have them have to apologize with you. I think that the less things they have to apologize with you is the easier that the date is going to go. So this happens also. Do you know how when people eat, they open their mouth? And you can see and machi, or what they put in their mouth, and it's disgusting for you. Or people talk while they are eating, so you can see the food in there, and it's like probably dripping, and they're drinking the water, or they have a spot over here, or they have a cilantro in their tea, and it's bothering you, and you don't want to say, or you might say it, and the person might feel uncomfortable. So my recommendation is that the more aspects of little things that bother you about the date, you're making it yourself not enjoyable for yourself. The more details you want to be perfect, the more it bothers you. Anything that a person does is the less understandable that you are, because you probably didn't know, right? So you probably didn't know this person comes from a poor background. She never went out in a situation like this, or she never had something nice like she's wearing that day. Maybe she doesn't know how to wear it. I remember a friend I met while I was dancing at the clubs, and he says, it's funny for me to see when women walk in heels and they don't know how to walk. So men look for these kind of details. So he said it was important for him that when a woman wore heels, that she can walk with them, right? So there are some details in situations or circumstances that men look at, right, that might make a woman look bad. So as simple as that, he didn't like someone who didn't know how to walk in heels. So what happens when we don't use heels that often is we don't know how to walk in them. And there is many styles of heels. There is the platforms, which are the big ones, and they are kind of like flat in the bottom. So those are easier. But when we wear the ones that are fine, that go like really small at the end, it's gonna make us walk different. It depends how the floor is, but also how use our way to that kind of heel, right? And what is gonna make a woman walk funny is how tall are the heels. You know, the tallest the heel is the hardest to walk on it, or it depends on your arch. You know, there are women that have their arch on the feet like very profound. It's a deep arch, but there are women which arch is flat. You know, like mine is flat. So depending on the arch of your feet is how you're gonna adapt to the heel. So higher heels are meant for women or are made for women that have a deep arch, right? Because it's most comfortable for them. The way of the heel being arched is what is comfortable for their type of foot. You know, the bottom of their foot it's arched. So when people has flat feet, then they need heels that are like the platforms, you know, because those are they don't have much arch. So what kind of heels you're going to choose is going to be depending of what is your foot like, you know, what is the most comfortable for you, and just practicing and learning how to walk. What about the aspects of men that bother women? If you went on a date and you didn't put on deodorant because you came out of work, that is unpleasant for us. You know, typically we expect you to be showered, to be clean. If your haircut is not done and it looks everywhere, you know, and you don't have gel on, and it doesn't look like a style, it's gonna make you feel dirty. It's gonna make you feel like someone who doesn't take care of themselves, you know. So for us, it's very important that you have a haircut on, that you put deodorant, that you smell good. You know, if you put on a cologne or a nice scent or an expensive perfume, but your armpits smell, it kind of takes away, you know, because in order for us to smell that cologne or that expensive scent, you need to have deodorant so we cannot smell your armpits. So you need to shower. You know, if you're planning to go to a date after work, I don't recommend that. I don't recommend going straight from work. You need to go take a shower. You know, it's better to plan your date at 7 p.m. instead of 6, so you can go home and shower, you know, and make and get ready really quick. And put on clean clothes, you know, and put on some cologne, something nice. Put aftershave cologne, you know, one of those that you put on your face, and also shaving, you know, after shaving. I do understand that your skin is going to be probably irritated if you do aftershave, but those are not supposed to have alcohol. So what you can do is put lotion before that. You know, the lotion that you put on your hands, the one you put on your face. You know, like body lotion and cream. So when you put that lotion and cream on your face right after you shave, it's gonna create a protective layer. And it's a little bit greasy, but I recommend you to buy cream that your body can absorb. I use this lotion that I really like. It's called Curel, and it's sold at Walmart and Sam's Club. Target has it as well. So I like that one because it's a thick cream, but it's absorbed by your skin, and it gives it a texture of moisture. Is irritated, you know, irritates your skin, but creates a coating, and it makes your skin feel comfortable. Like when I shower, I feel my skin like stretch like that, you know. So when I put on the cream, it feels relaxed. It feels relaxed. So I can then put on my makeup. I can do my liquid makeup, my powder. And then when I do the blush right here, I use a thick brush. So that one, when I scrub it, it hurts if I don't have anything in the bottom. So once when I put my liquid makeup and the powder makeup, then it's okay because I have a layer on it. So that's your purpose of putting the lotion, the cream, to have a layer that protects your skin. Then you can do the aftershave. You know, that is a cologne that smells beautiful and fresh. You know, if she gets close to your face, if she gives you a hug, if she kisses your cheek, or if you're going to kiss her, you're going to smell good. Also, we don't like if you have yellow teeth. If you don't take good care of your teeth, if they are yellow. So typically, if you are a smoker, you need to be careful how you brush your teeth. You need to go to the dentist and get a cleaning, you know, get them cleaned up, because we are discussed by kissing someone with yellow teeth. So you need to be careful. How do you look? Because she's not going to be willing to kiss you. And that is if your teeth are yellow, if they have spots, if they are, you know, we're not so much discussed by a specific form of teeth, you know, when the teeth are like on like one teeth over the other one. Like me, I have see these teeth that are outstanding more. They're pointing, right? So those we don't bother as much that your teeth are one onto the other because we understand is how your teeth are, and you probably haven't had them straight up. But if you also have a bad breath, and this happens a lot with people who drinks tend to have a smell coming from their stomach, and it comes through their breath. So how healthy do you eat, and what are your habits? If you drink a lot of alcohol and you don't do cleanings in your belly, and you don't go to the dentist regularly, and if you cannot afford the dentist, there is a way of cleaning your teeth. So with the toothpaste that you use, and Crest is a really good one, the whitening toothpaste. That one is very efficient. I've been using that one for myself. So the Crest, and what you do is you grab a little container and you put on baking soda. So you grab the toothpaste and you put it on your toothbrush, and then you grab the toothpaste with the toothbrush, and you insert it into the baking soda container. So you're gonna put baking soda on top of the toothpaste. Then you're gonna brush your teeth, right, really well. You're gonna brush them, and then inside, and here, the part inside where the tongue goes, you're gonna brush it really well in there, because that's where the hard part of the food is gonna stay. That's where the yellow hard part that you don't like is gonna stick. So you're gonna brush really well in there. And when you are done, you're gonna rinse your mouth with water, and then you're gonna grab oxygen water, the one oxygen water that comes on the brown bottle that is used for cuts. That it's not like alcohol; it's the oxygen water that makes bubbles. The bubbly solution, you're gonna you're gonna get the bottle, and you're gonna put it in your mouth, and you're gonna take like a swallow of that, and you're gonna make like that, right? You're gonna put it in your mouth. You're gonna leave it for at least a minute or two, and that's gonna help getting your teeth whiter, because it's important for us. Now, what can you do with bad breath? Well, first you need to brush your teeth really well so you don't have a bad smell. And then secondly, you need to do a cleaning on your belly, and find a way to keep your system clean, because otherwise that smell is going to come out. If you have an important day, I recommend that you don't drink at least the 3 days prior to the date, so your system can get clean. Typically, what we eat is processed in the body within 48 hours. So it takes about 48 hours to process meat in our body. Vegetables and fruits are processed quicker. It depends how your system is. If it's clean, they can be processed in 2 or 3 hours. And this happens with people that goes to the bathroom right after they eat, right? Their metabolism is fast. But also because they've been cleaning their system, it's not hard for the system to flush whatever it is that they're eating. And so if you're eating meat, if you're someone who likes steaks a lot or a lot of meat, it's going to take longer for the body to process that. So if you eat a lot of meat and drink, you're going to have a bad breath. People's not going to like that. Your new date is not going to like it. Maybe your family is used to it and they probably avoid you, or they already know you. Maybe they don't get that close to you. Maybe babies don't like to kiss you, or your young kids don't like to be close to you because you have a smell. They love you and they appreciate you, and they probably hug you and kiss you when you did something nice, but they don't feel comfortable that you have a bad breath. People can tell. Right now, with the situation of COVID, we all have masks, so that is helpful, that people cannot smell your breath. But if you're sitting at the restaurant, you're gonna take off that mask, especially when the music is loud. You're gonna wanna come closer to the person's ear and say, "What? What did you say?" Sometimes we cannot hear, so we need to get closer to them. So you're gonna be, trying to go for their ear. So they're gonna be smelling your breath. Okay, so I already told you about that. So how do you smell your teeth, your haircut? How do you dress? Are you dressing clothes that favor your body shape, or are you dressing something that looks nice? We don't like if you are dressing stuff that is torn, or when you arrive on a date and your clothes are wrinkled. Right? We don't appreciate that. And I'm sure there are men that feel the same way. They don't appreciate women wearing old clothes, or that they are wrinkled, or they don't match. It doesn't seem like it's any kind of a style. It's just everywhere. or she didn't have time to do her makeup and she probably did it in the car, and maybe one of her eyebrows is done but the other one is not, right? Maybe the line here is missed. And men are very detail oriented, you know. They are analyzing if you did the makeup right, maybe the blush over here went up all the way here and the other one is not so much up, you know. They're going to be looking to that. They're going to be looking at your teeth. Men are very attracted to your lips when you're talking, and they also like to look at your eyes, your expression. I know your breasts as well, you know, if they're able to see them, they're going to be looking at the size, they're going to be looking how you move, but also men are going to be looking at your hands, you know. Are your hands nice? Do you have clean nails? How important is for you to keep your nice to keep your hands nice, you know, the color of your skin. They're gonna be looking at how your skin looks, and maybe try to guess if you really do work at home. If you like to do the dishes, they'll probably ask you, well, I don't know if you even wash dishes with those nails, or I wish you can scratch me with those nails, right? It's gonna be either one of the other reactions. They see your nails as a tool for scratching their back, or they also see your nails as in a way of, can they count on you to clean the room, the house, the apartments where they live, if they ever bribe you, if they ever make a life with you, can they count on you on actually getting things done? How important is it for you? Maybe because they can see someone superficial who wears nails and is not willing to clean or keep a space organized. And they're not going to see you as a potential wife. They might see you as a potential lover, and they can be very attracted to how you look, but they probably won't consider you as someone they want to live with. They might want to consider you as someone they want to spend part of the day of the month, but that's it, you know. And and that's okay. Sometimes men are gonna be you like that, and also women, we are going to be you like that. We're probably not gonna see you as a potential husband or a potential boyfriend. Maybe we just want you as a friend with benefits, right? Or maybe we just want to keep you as a friend, or you are a potential partnership, or maybe you are someone we would like to learn from. You know, you are more of a leader, more of a mentor. So there's ways for us to keep in touch with you if that's what we need to do. And so what we need to do is letting you know how we view you and why we admire you and why it's valuable that we talk to you, right? We need to be clear. I think that women are more clear with men than men are with women. I think that men hide their intentions a lot more than we do. I think women are very expressive for the most part. And if you haven't learned how to read women, well, you probably need more dates. Because once when you associate a specific way of being or behavior, then you're gonna say, "Oh, she's just like Maria. Oh, she's like Teresa. Oh my God, this one reminds me of Susan. She was just like that." You know, or she's just like my mom, or you remind me of my sister or my cousin or my aunt. You know, we all have these associations that we make with people. Or and maybe their laugh reminds you of someone, or the way they laugh is associated with a personality that you already know. You know, sometimes we associate that. I have an advantage because I can read people's facials, so I read their personality. So for me, it's very interesting that when you are talking, I'm already reading your facials. I was talking to my friend the other day, and I told him, you know what about Joe Biden? I was telling him. So the way you read lips is that the bottom part is passion, and the top part is generosity. And so people who has a small lip on top, they're not generous. I was thinking, oh my God, you know, Joe Biden is the new president and he has a small lip on top. And if you remember Donald Trump, he also has it. So this is people who is not generous. And I told my friend, I think that he's gonna be the kind of man who does what is right, but not necessarily is willing to give so much. And giving so much is giving so much of time or effort or money to any specific cause, you know, only if they think that is right, only if it's seen as the right thing to do. And I know because he comes from a military background. So even me analyzing the president's features, I can analyze everyone, you know, anyone that I can uh, date or a picture that you show me, I can analyze the personality. So it's very interesting for me because when I'm dating someone, I'm already catching when they lie. I can tell if they like me. I can know what is important for them. So if I'm reading their eyebrows are signs of family, the importance of family and how our family is to us. Eyes are indicators of wisdom and also sentimentalism. So when people has big eyes, they're very sentimental. Things that you might say or do will make them cry, even if they don't cry in front of you, but they do are very sentimental. So, and then little eyes is people who is wise. So eyes that are out here and they are small is people who is wise, but also close to the nose. So it's very interesting for me to read people's facials. Also, the nose is an indicator of ego, but also the ability of wealth. So as you can tell already, what I'm telling you is very interesting that I can do that. But some people has other ways of reading you, even if you're not paying attention or you are not interested. You are always communicating something to the other person. The way you move, I don't know if you hear before like psychological ways that people tell you to read women, that if she's touching her hair, she is indicating that she likes you. She's being how do you call in Spanish we say coqueteando. So she's flirting with you, right? If she's touching her hair, say I'm in front of you and I'm touching my hair, so it means that I'm flirting with you or that I like you. Sometimes women have these things that we do is there's people who touches their face a lot, or there's people who doesn't feel comfortable how their hair looks, so they will pull it back or they will move it around, and but you think she's flirting with you, right? So well, maybe. And I think an easier way to find out if she likes you is how she reacts to what you say. People who like you is gonna be following you with their eyes. They're gonna follow you where you go. They're gonna laugh about what you say. They're gonna find it funny. People who like you are gonna be considerate with you. Are gonna be kind. Are gonna be patient. Are gonna be thinking of you. Are gonna be paying attention to what you do and what you need. So that's how you know someone likes you. And also how she is reacting to what you're saying. Does she sound like really happy, or is she just making you like a fake smile? Like it doesn't look genuine, right? So what is the expression and the emotion that she's showing to you? And when women want to get something, let's say you have money and she really wants you, like she really wants to live in your house. She's gonna pretend that she loves you, that you're the best date ever. She's gonna lift up your ego right away. But it's that genuine. Like you are already smart enough. You must like the woman a lot if you're buying what she's pretending to feel. A lot of women are good at pretending. I'm not. I'm not good at pretending. I am honest. Most that I want to be, and sometimes it's just funny for me. How people behave, how they react. So dates for me are events that are very interesting because the way we behave. So what can go wrong? Well, how you are dressed, how you smell, your teeth, your haircut. Um, Anything can go wrong as much as you want to make it wrong. If anything goes wrong and you kind of let it go, you're going to be more able to appreciate the person and to appreciate the date and to appreciate that even though they didn't do it right, they still give you time. They still were willing to be with you. So do what you can. I don't want you to be single, but if you're happy single, that's fine. That doesn't mean you don't have to date. You can date. Just don't get married if you want to still be single and available, or single and fabulous, how men call themselves sometimes. So, I mean, I don't know how you're feeling. I think dating can bring you a beautiful experience, but you need to be open for it. You need to be willing. You need to be able to risk it and to have fun with it. Ultimately, having a good time, just chill out, be able to dance, be able to be silly, be able to enjoy yourself and be happy. Ultimately, the circumstances are for us to grab some happiness and get out of the everyday activities and do something different, something that might create you a good memory, something that what happens with dates is many times people take you to a place, right? And you're thinking of the person you love and you want to take them there. So dates create other days. When you're taking someone that enjoys a lot what you are doing, they might want to take their kids. They might want to take the other guy that they like. They might want to take the other girl. They might want to take the significant one. They might want to take their friend. It's like when you're eating at a restaurant and the food is so delicious. This happened to me a lot when I used to go to the buffet. I love going to the buffet, by the way. So I'll be at the buffet, right? And if someone talked me there, like say I went to the buffet with my boyfriend and my son was at school, right? So I'll be eating and I'll be thinking, oh, Alex will love to be here. I know he likes this kind of food, so I'm gonna bring Alex here, right? And if I was with Alex, I'll be sending pictures to my boyfriend. Look, we're at the buffet. This is so delicious. I think you will like this. It's so clean. We got a cup, right? So when you love and care for someone, you want them to be there. So if my mom was here, for sure I will be thinking of her. That I want to take her because she's one of my loves as well. So, who do you care for that the day that you're going out might make you uh, make it like that for someone that you care and love? So, many times that's all what we do. We take people into situations that are so beautiful and so appreciated that they want to take their loved ones to live that kind of experience. They don't necessarily need you to go there with them, but they want to create that kind of experience to someone they love. So ultimately, you're making a good deal. You're making, a good, well, how can we say, you're creating a good experience for them. And maybe someone else. You might not like that. You might not like to hear she's gonna take the other guy she likes, or he's gonna take the other girl he likes, or the other 10 that he's dating to the same restaurant. Or maybe next time you go, they will say, "Oh, welcome back." They'll say, "Welcome back" to him or her, but not to you, right? Because it's the first time he's taking you, but he's obviously has been there before, or she has. It's very funny when I see those kind of reactions at the restaurant that people will say, "Was I with him or no?" Because I think this is my first time here. And then he will say, "No, you probably were with someone else." Or she will say, "I don't think it was me. You've been here before. Who did you bring?" And so they get embarrassed. So, I mean, serving in restaurants can be very interesting, but we also need to be discreet with people, where those are comments we don't want to say. We don't want to put people in that kind of positions, especially when they have money or is the owner of the casino bringing different pretty girls. We're not allowed to say, "How are you? Welcome back." It's just, "Hi," like it's the first time you're serving them, and just say, "How are you?" or whatever. But, if the other person can tell they already been there before, they probably are guessing that he brought another woman. So yeah, we had a guest like that at the Italian restaurant. One time he came with a really young girl and she had a little boy. And then the other time was a really pretty girl. And it was just a parade of girls, beautiful, that were beautiful, but you can't say anything. And sometimes you have those kind of guests that are very popular, or they like to take all of their dates to the same restaurant. So you think, oh wow, they have many possibilities, right? And there's people who has many possibilities. So it's very common that people is gonna take their dates to the same place. So, well, you're contributing to making someone else stay happy. Maybe if yours wasn't happy, they would think in someone who will appreciate it more. And it's both ways. It's men and women. Don't hold grudges on anybody because that happened. I mean, anything can go wrong, but be willing to forgive and move on. You can always bring a better date, and you know that. And if you don't have it now, she will appear or he will appear, and you'll be so glad that you waited, and you'll be so glad that it didn't work before, because this one is worth it. This one makes you happy. This one makes you want to go forward. This one wants to make you go somewhere else. Make a different day, make it longer, make it all day long. Maybe go to another city. Maybe invite them over for uh, uh, meet the family. That would be a big one, bring them over to meet the family. Mhm. Well, I wish you luck. Have a beautiful day. 11:32 today, so 30 minutes, good enough. Bye.